Hello, 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 everybody. It just hopped. I'm sorry, I was a little late. I was just hopped off of another training right now.
No worries.
No
Get
worries at
ready
all.
for your weekly training. So we'll dive right in. Uh, Hello, everyone. For those who don't know, I'm Colby Casoria. Welcome back to the next mastermind call with Every Move Collective, hosted by myself, my mom and business partner, Eva, who's been in the business for over 16 years, runs a top producing team out of New York. As always, we're joined by our team out of New York and Connecticut. And we've got Dylan on here, Margaret, Diana, maybe Bill and Erica are here as well. We hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. And so today we are very, very lucky to have real estate industry leader Leo Robles here. He's a partner of ours at EXP. Hey, Leo, thank you so much for joining us. As many of our attendees may know, we've created this virtual community to foster learning, networking. We do it on the second and fourth Monday of every month. We encourage you to be as conversational as possible. Use the chat, raise your hand, jump in, ask questions. Most importantly, if you can, turn your cameras on. We'd love to see your faces. And let us know now in the chat where you're tuning in from. We'd love to just, see where you all are. So super excited to talk about AI today. Leo is a driving and innovative force in our industry. He built Let's Grow movement at EXP, through which he's used his leadership role to help shape the careers of thousands of agents. He runs a full calendar of training and support calls every single week, teaching agents on countless topics, help them thrive in their business, and has just really nurtured an amazing community. When we asked him to join us here today, we asked him what he was passionate about. He was very quick to say, I think he's integrated this at a pretty high level in his business. So be sure to soak it all up, ask any questions, and I will hand over the mic to you, Leo.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause for Colby and Ava. Thank you so much for having me. Let's give them a big round of applause to acknowledge them, because it was them that asked me, right? Like, hey, we want to do this training, right? So thanks to them, I'm here. I honestly, I love doing this. So as soon as they asked me to do this, I'm like, yeah, this is the conversation that I'm like in every single day. So I just before I get started up, I just want to give you guys quick context, right? This is almost my 19th year in the business. I started at 18 years old. So I actually dropped out of high school and went straight into real estate because I knew I wanted to do this. I started off in a time where the market was very simple. You basically fogged a mirror and you qualified for a property. I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember that. And as an 18-year-old, I really got myself to think, I'm like, wow, real estate is so easy. I'm like, why isn't everybody doing it? I went and bought a car, and I bought a house, and I bought a bunch of suits. I basically spent all my money that I made. And unfortunately, I didn't time the market correctly. And you guys already know the drill, right? I don't have to repeat that, but I mean, the market crashed. I mean, it was devastating for so many millions of people, including myself and my family. The car that I bought, the house that I bought, foreclosed, repossessed. I mean, I went down the drain very fast, and unfortunately had a massive pity party for about a year. And then the thing I realized after a year of suffering and being a bunch of pain, I realized that, you know what? No matter how much I've suffered and how much pain I'm going through, things are getting worse and nothing is changing. And I decided that day that I would stop complaining, and I just started to get on the court and start to act. And I kind of drew an imaginary line in the sand, and I said, I promise, and my dad was there, I promise that this is never going to happen to me, and this is never going to happen to my family again. And it was a defining moment. It was a defining moment for me that day. And since that day, everything, I'm not going to say it's been sunshine and rainbows, but it definitely changed, right? It changed my perspective, and it changed the perspective because I decided to be unstoppable in the face of anything. Like, it didn't matter what was going to come up. I decided to succeed no matter what. So I've had the opportunity to serve close to 2,000 families to buy and sell real estate. I was with two brands prior to EXP. I was with Remax for 9 years. I was with Keller Williams for 4 years. I was also a team leader there. I found, actually, EXP found me through a friend, and I saw it for her, right? I was investigating the platform. And when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, this sounds extremely great. I said, let me look into it. So after my due diligence and meeting some extraordinary people, I decided to basically start over here at EXP. And now, Fast forward, we're in 39 different states throughout the US, 11 countries, and impacting lives all the way to Spain. It's been an incredible ride, an incredible journey. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to share. I just wanted to give you a little bit of context. Secondly, right, why I'm here speaking about AI, like how did I get into this, right? So as soon as AI started up and basically when they launched ChatGPT OpenAI, I would think it was in October sometime. Um, I jumped on it right away. I started to play with the platform immediately, and as soon as I hit, I asked it a question and then it answered it for me. I was like, wow, like this was so, like I immediately was hooked on this thing. I was like, this is incredible. So just so I can get some context, I would like to know, who's utilizing, AI at this point. What are some, maybe drop it in the chat, who's using AI already. What has been maybe a tool or two that you've used for AI that have been maybe game changer for yourself or your business. So Ava said yes. Herb said often letters, emails, news, video. Okay, cool. So a lot of you. Okay, cool. I use it daily. I use it for my listing descriptions. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Awesome. Emails and social media. Love it. All right. Thank you guys for sharing. Pretty much for everything, right? I do it for everything. I look at AI honestly like your digital assistant, right? It really is like your digital assistant, like your co-pilot in a way. And I use it to mastermind, new ideas. So before, I used to basically write down all of my notes on my notes app on my iPhone, right? So I have over 30,000 notes on my cell phone. So instead of me doing just adding them to my cell phone, now what I'm doing is I'm actually adding into Chat GPT, and it helps me to actually summarize and sort out some, a little bit more neater, and it gives me new ideas because I can ask it for different perspectives. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to share with you guys like the presentation. I just want to give you guys a little bit of additional context. So how to crush it with AI in 2024. So next slide here. I just wanted to say that you guys are at the right place at the right time. I believe that agents won't be replaced by AI. I really do believe that. But I do believe that agents that use AI will replace agents that don't. Like it's just facts. Like we just like honestly need to utilize this tool, embrace it, so that way we could benefit, from what we could do here. Because I don't know if you guys are like me, but I am an idea machine. I generate ideas all day, a bunch of different ideas, right? So before I had AI, I used to generate all these ideas. I used to take a bunch of notes. But now when I get an idea, I immediately go to my platforms and I actually start to execute these projects, within a couple of minutes. And, every sales coach, ever has always told you that never leave a site of a new idea without taking action, right? So this gives you the ability to take some action, create a business plan and things like that. So the skills that you're going to need to use AI effectively, and this is just my opinion, okay? I'm not saying this is fact. This is just my opinion. The skills that you need is intention, right? So clear intention on why you're using the platform. Focus, because the more that you could focus on one project, and that's going to give you a greater output. Specific prompts, like the prompts are really going to help you and elevate your performance. The more intentional, the more focused you are, and the more specific, the greater the output, right? If you're very general, it's going to give you a general output. If you're specific, it's going to give you a specific output. The last one is going to be creativity. And I think it's the most important. You need to be creative. You can think outside the box. I believe with what's happening with innovation with AI and robotics, guys, the most important skills that you're going to be able to have moving forward is all the skills that we possess here in real estate, which are the soft skills, the ability to communicate, the ability, to serve other people, deliver a service. Soft skills, I believe, are going to be the greatest commodity and moving forward in this economy, because everything else literally is going to be able to be done by AI or a robot, right? I just heard this presentation with Elon Musk the other day. After they gave him 56 billion, he was telling everybody that he sees the world where each person will have at least 1 to 2 robots in a household. So that means that we're going to have anywhere from 10 to 20 billion robots walking amongst us, which is pretty crazy. Robotics, that's going to be another different conversation. I just wanted to share that because that just recently happened, right? But I want you guys to change your mind as you guys are using AI. If you want to expand, you need to go from linear thinking to exponential thinking, right? Because if you think linear, right, like we typically do, like I was thinking in the past, just very, very like 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 4. But when you start to add AI to your business, you start to exponentially create projects. So just to give you another example, I'm using AI right now, and I am creating 311 pieces of content every 7 days utilizing AI. 311. So that's over 1,200 scheduled posts that I'm creating utilizing AI. And also, I will tell you, I didn't start off like that. Okay. So, I mean, if you're hearing that number, which even when I say it, it sounds insane. How do you do that? Right. I know it sounds insane, but it's because I started to think exponentially. You start to really put things together. And 311 posts are not just the one on one platform. I'm running my social media marketing on every single platform that we have available that is free. Okay. LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, X. All of these platforms are free. And the way that I look at, posting content on social media, I call it the new billboards. So if I'm thinking about advertising and putting myself out there, like in the past, I paid anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 per billboard a month. We get to have digital billboards here, unlimited for free. And what I'm going to teach you guys right now, you're going to be able to create unlimited amounts of content. So I'm going to give you guys should screenshot this, because these are the tools, not that I'm thinking about using, not that somebody told me about. These are the tools that I actually use every single day. So this alone is going to change the game for you, okay? The first app is called Captions app. This is probably one of the most underrated tools that we have, and it's probably the easiest to use. And I think currently it's only available for iPhone users. So you want to make sure, obviously, if you don't have an iPhone, probably get an additional phone just to use this app, because it's a game changer. What this does is that integrates what it says, captions, into your video content. So that's one thing that it does really well. Let's just say that you don't know necessarily what to say, right? Which you guys can use AI. I'm going to teach you right now. But within the app of Captions, it'll also generate scripts for you. That's another thing that it does. The other thing is it also has a teleprompter feature. So if you generated a script and you wanted to read it off the screen, literally on your phone, and record yourself, the app will do that for you, give you a teleprompter, and then you can use an AI feature within Captions that'll autocorrect your eyes so it looks like you're looking directly at the camera. Pretty freaky. So that's what Captions app does. The last thing that it does, it is also able to create full-blown videos, and with these avatars that they have built into this app. This is a brand new feature. I'll show you what it looks like. But that one feature gives you the ability to create, again, unlimited amounts of videos with captions by utilizing the app. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty mind-blowing. The second tool that I'm using right now is called AgentX. This is a tool that I've recently started to use. I'm actually going to be doing another webinar just on this one platform, because get this is going to sound crazy again. This platform, AgentX, what it does, it makes phone calls to your customers. So let's just say you generate leads from Facebook or whatever medium you want to use. When you generate the lead, imagine an assistant that calls and screens and qualifies and books the appointment for you, and also sends out an SMS message, and also sends out an email, and also integrates them into your CRM. And if they're clients that are looking for properties, it'll also schedule properties moving forward. This is what AgentX is doing. And I actually just did a video about this on my Instagram. It's pretty crazy. And the cool thing about this AI is that you train it one time and it knows the script. It doesn't make a mistake. It doesn't call the day off. It doesn't feel like not doing it. It does it every single time. And then, so I'm going to be doing a training on this on the 27th. So I'll send you guys some information about that. Tasia.ai, for those of you that are using YouTube or want to use YouTube and you want to have your videos, have SEO type of titles, the tags and the description, and also chapters, Tasia.ai will actually do that all for you in 30 seconds. So if you record a video, you upload it onto YouTube, and then you take that link and you put it on Tasia, it'll actually do all of that stuff that I just said for you within 30 seconds. It's pretty incredible.
That's amazing. I need that.
Yeah, you need to, yes, that's amazing. So Tasia.ai, like you can use that and like literally be done with it before we even in this training. So the other thing, I do videos. I do 14 videos a week right now. I didn't start off, again, I'm going to say this out loud. I didn't start off doing 14 videos a week. I know that sounds crazy. I thought it was crazy at one time too. I used to do one video a week and I was consistent, right? And I was doing about 4 a month, right? So I was doing good amount of content. I thought I was doing a good amount of content. Then I hired a coach, and then my coach tells me, Leo, that's fantastic that you're consistent and all that good stuff, but I'm going to challenge you. He said, I would like for you to do 2 pieces of content. And I'm like, cool. I can double up my production. I can do 2 videos a week. That means that I'm going to do 8 a month. I'm like, that sounds good. I can totally do that. He said, no. Not 2 videos a week. He said 2 videos every single day. At first, I was like, this guy's crazy. Like, I'm not doing this. But second, I just started to think, I'm like, well, what would I need to do? Who would I need to become to actually do that? So I agreed to do it. And for the last, 13, 14, 15 months now, I've done 2 pieces of content every single day. So that equates to over 600 videos that I've done. And all I'm doing is using my phone, by the way. So why I'm sharing this right now is because this platform here, Repurpose.io, is going to be your best friend. When I post my video on Instagram, Repurpose.io takes my video and posts my video on Facebook, posts my video on YouTube, posts my video on TikTok, posts my video on LinkedIn automatically for me by setting it up one time. So you could take your one video and repurpose it on every platform automatically. I used to actually put the video on every platform with my own time, with my own hands, and that you could only imagine how much time that was taking. Then I got a little bit better. Then I had my assistant start to do it. My assistant started to actually put the videos out there for me, but it was taking her a while to do that. Then I found repurpose.io and it did it I did it once, I set it up, and now every single time I post on my Instagram, because that's the main platform that I use, and it automatically posts on every other platform. So that's game changer. The other thing is that in order to create engagement on social media, you want to respond to comments and you also want to respond to your direct messages. ManyChat has helped me to respond to my comments and also respond to people that share my content. So if you share one of my videos, for example, you will most likely get a response, right? Because it varies. It's 33%. It cycles through different responses. It'll say, thank you so much for sharing, right? Thank you so much for sharing. That's actually my AI through ManyChat that does that automatically, right? Or I can say, hey, drop AI in the comments and I'll send you over the training link. ManyChat can actually have this feature where I tell it, when I put in AI in there, you're going to send out this link, a direct message. So it's automatically done for me through ManyChat. I will most likely come back for other trainings where I can dive deeply into each one of these. I'm just giving you guys like surface. You guys can actually go back and, figure these things out, because I don't think a lot of these tools are actually pretty easy to use. I learned how to do this all on my own, and I'm not that techie, right? I'm very efficient. I like to be efficient. So this is what I've used. Opus.pro. This is another really powerful tool that if you catch yourself like doing a training, or you're doing like a 1-hour video and you're recording yourself and you want to take that video and now create mini clips to put them on social media, Opus will do that automatically for you. And it'll add the captions and it'll edit it for you. It'll make it look beautiful, everything. And it'll do that in about 30 seconds to a minute. Beautiful.ai. This is perfect to create slideshow presentations. This presentation that you guys are watching, I created on Beautiful.ai, just so you guys know. So this is a really cool one. Canva, I'm not going to dive into it. I think a lot of you already use Canva. Every single time I do a presentation, everybody always says, and thank you. Yeah, it's beautiful, right? It's Canva. Canva is like a really cool one. I love to use Canva. CapCut, this is going to be more for video editing. Actually, both of these, CapCut and Video Leap. So if you guys want to get a little bit more technical on your videos to maybe create like a cover letter, you want to add additional captions, or you want to do an ending, or you want to add music that is licensed, this is going to be a very good way. And it also has templates that are already done for you that you can pick up that are trending that you can easily share on your platform. Really cool stuff. Video Leap, you're going to use it for, let's just say you go to an event or you go an open house or you're door knocking and maybe you take like 10 to 15 clips on your phone. You can load that up on Video Leap and it'll edit the entire video, add the music, and it'll make it look super professional like a videographer did it in like about 30 seconds. One of my other favorite tools. So I just encourage you guys to take a screenshot of this. Again, dive deeper into each one of these, but I just wanted to share with you guys like my secret sauce. This is what I use every single day. Again, I'm not teaching you guys something that's theory. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. Probably not because I have my microphone on.
We can't
But
hear.
this is an AI that I did it through Captions. So just, I'm going to pause that because you guys can't hear it anyways. But does this look like an AI?
What do you
Maybe.
mean AI? Like he's AI?
This is not a real person.
Oh wow.
This is done through Captions app. I gave it the description, right? I can say like Colby and Eva are the best in the entire world. I can have this AI literally crank out that video in 10 seconds. And it has 12 different avatars, 12 different characters. You can do that. So if you're shy of being on camera, or you want to use something like this, right? You want to sprinkle in something different. Like the other day, I did a funny one, right? I said, I wanted to share with you guys some recent testimonies of some agents that are crushing it on my team. So I had 4 different AIs share their testimonies, and one of them said, like, "Oh, I just started off with Leo. I'm a new agent. And I signed 11 listings. Oh, you know what? I just started with Leo 6 months ago, and I already brought on my own private island in the castle." Those were all testimonies that I created in a caption, and I put laughing right in there. I was making a joke out of it, but I actually just spoke at an event last Thursday or last Friday. And at that event, I actually promoted it because I was going to talk about AI using an AI. So just wanted to share with you guys that. You guys can easily do that through the Captions app. It's a new feature. This is something that just rolled out in the last 2 weeks. So that's really cool. This is AgentX, right? So if you guys, again, want to go to the training on Thursday at 12 o'clock, you can go ahead and point your phone to the screen. This will give you an invitation. I'm limiting that training to 100 people. I think I already have 40 people that have signed up for it, but it'll do cold calling, following up, prospecting, nurturing, qualifying, booking the appointments, and an additional 20 skills. So that's AgentX. I'm going to be doing a training specifically on that on Thursday. The next thing now, actually, let me check in. I want to make sure that you guys are still with me. Is this good stuff so far? Put it in the comments, please. I would like to hear some feedback before I move on, because I know a lot of the time, sometimes like do trainings and like people are like, my brain is already noodles right now. Like this is too much, right? So I just want to make sure that you guys are still with me. Or is there a question? Is there a question so far before I move on?
Carlos
Yeah, go
has
ahead,
one.
Carlos.
Hey, thank you for doing this, by the way. Is
Thank you,
there
brother.
an AI that actually uses your face, your mannerism, and converts it into an avatar?
There is, what is that thing called? There is an AI that does that. Yes, you can. So basically you have to record yourself for about, I don't know, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And then yes, the AI will make a video of like you. And yes, I will get that for you. I don't use it. I haven't used it. I actually used it once and it was pretty freaky. But yes, you can totally do that. You can totally do that. But it doesn't look perfect, right? It doesn't look like you. But yes, there is. Great question. Yes. I'll make sure, if I think about it before we end the training, I'll make sure to drop it into the chat. Anybody else has a question before I move on? I just want to make sure that everybody's still with me. I don't want to lose any of you. And Colby, thank you so much for dropping in the training as well. So
Yeah,
Can you show the Agent X screen again?
yeah, let me go back here. Oh, I don't know what's happening. What happened? Actually, let me refresh. Give
And
me
just
1
so
second.
everyone knows, we do send out a recording of this call. So if anybody wants to go back and review anything that Leo's saying, you'll have it pretty shortly after the call is done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here it is right here. And then Colby actually dropped it into the chat, so you guys can actually just register there.
Yeah,
So-
that link there is the same as the QR code.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. Cool. All right, so I'm going to move on. Since nobody else has any questions or you guys are shy, it's okay. It's cool. So I'm going to keep moving on. So I'm going to show you guys how to create 1 year of custom newsletters. And again, this is going to be utilizing these 3 tools. So maybe you want to make a note of this or go back to the recording. The tool that we're going to be using is ChatGPT, MailChimp, or Constant Contact, or whatever, fill in the blank. It doesn't really matter which email service you use, or for a lot of us here at EXP, you can use KV Core. I particularly use MailChimp just because it helps me to keep track of the open rate. So my open rate on my emails are about 35 to 45% every time I send out an emails, and I have about 22,000 contacts on my email list. So very good open rate, right? So you have to know, like, hey, is what I'm sending is actually something that people are engaging with. Sometimes I send in an email and it's a dud. It doesn't do well. So it keeps me on track to be able to refine my content. That way I know what to do moving forward. The third thing that you will need is a Google document. The Google document, you're just going to need it because it's going to be one specific task that I'm going to ask you to do here, which is this one. This is the next thing. And this is like the most important part in utilizing ChatGPT effectively. This is the prompt. This is the prompt right here. This initial part of the process will take you about 30 to 60 minutes to do it right. Okay. The only reason why it's going to take you that long because you're probably going to be answering questions on questions you probably have never thought about in your business. So the only skill, by the way, I just want you guys to get this. The only skill that is required for this screen is to copy this prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. That's it. That's the only skill that's required, okay? It doesn't require for you to know anything else but that. You're just going to take this prompt, copy it, and paste it into ChatGPT. So let me see if I can open up my platform here. I kind of show you. Let me see if I can get into it really quick. Because I want to show you in real time what it looks like. So, let me see where the newsletters are at. As you guys can see, I use this a lot. I'm using this constantly. Actually, let me go ahead and go to my personal account. This is where I think I did this one.
I see you have ChatGPT 4.0. Can you speak at all to the differences there?
It's way smarter. That's probably thank you for asking that question. Yeah, but I think that the number one thing, it's just a smarter platform. It's the other cool thing is that you can also, let's just say, take a picture of something, whatever it is, and you can ask it to tell you specific things about the picture you just took, and it'll literally describe it for you, beautifully using the AI. So there's that. It's a little bit faster. It's just a little bit smarter. It's able to access online as well. So some of the previous models are not able to access and surf the web. So the 4.0 does surf the web. So it actually integrates real-time information. So this is the thing right here. So I'm going to go way back, right? Because one of the things that I'm not the smartest person, but I know how to follow directions. And I saw a training just like this, and that's exactly what people were like. They say like, hey, you have to answer these 25 questions. So look what I did, guys. I took this and I put it here. I copied and pasted. I'm actually going to copy and paste this into the chat right here for you guys. So that's the first step. You copy and paste it into ChatGPT, okay? And look what it does. So let's dive deep in understanding your business. And here are my questions, right? So it asked me, right? ChatGPT asked me the questions. What is the name of your business? How long have your business been in operation? What sets your business apart from the competition? Are there any USPs? Describe the core values and mission of your business. Who are your current primary customers? Can you share a brief profile of your ideal customer? So look at these beautiful questions. This is why I say it's going to take you guys about 30 to 60 minutes. And also, please don't get discouraged if you're like, wait a minute, I don't know the answer to this question. Don't worry about it. Okay? Answer it to the best of your ability. If you don't know the answer to something or it doesn't even apply to you, just ignore the question. but do your best to put as many answers as you possibly can in each one of these questions. Once you're done with that, you're going to, and I encourage you guys to copy the questions, put it on a Google document, and take your time and answer these questions. Once you answer this question, this is exactly what I did. Look, what's the primary name of your business and what primary products? It's called Let's Grow Movement, brokered by EXP, and I recruit top real estate agents and I provide coaching, training, and mentorship systems and platforms to help accomplish their goals, residential, commercial, international, and luxury. So I answered each one of these questions and I pasted it into the platform. You see that? I pasted all my answers. And then, so let me tell you guys before I get to that, why this is important, because how many of you have used AI and it doesn't sound like you? Put it in the chat. How many of you have used AI and it doesn't sound like you, right? All right, so you got like, perfect. Thank you guys for acknowledging that, right? It sounds very general, right? Because you're not being specific. So once I actually asked it to ask me questions and I gave it my content, guess what happened? It started to sound like me because I was very specific. So what chat did was like, hey, thank you for providing me comprehensive details about Let's Grow Movement, brokered by XP, and your goals. This allows for a clear understanding of your business, unique value proposition, and objectives. And look what it did. It created a beautiful business profile for me, my customer profile, my content strategy, my challenges and opportunities, my brand identity, and feedback loop. It did that because I gave it the information, okay? So that is the most important step and the first step. And before I go on to the next step, I want to make sure that this is clear. If there's any questions here, please feel free to ask. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Is there anybody that has a question here? Does this make sense? I think Alejandra said it's clear.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
question, actually.
Yeah.
So once you do this, like any other new prompt that you start beyond that, like in the months to follow, does it still remember all of this? Or do you have to like prompt it to say like, hey, remember when we did that?
You have to prompt it and let it know. It does build it into its memory, right? But so what I do, just because I don't know if it's going to remember it perfectly every time, which is a great question. Thank you for answering that question. So what I've done moving forward is take this business profile and copy this and then use this to start any new project. So this project specifically is about building a newsletter. But let's just say I want to build my blog. Let's just say I want to build my content calendar for LinkedIn. Let's just say I want to build my content calendar for Facebook. I'm going to create new chats and I'm going to feed it my profile first. And then it's going to say, cool. With this understanding, I am ready to help you generate content or provide further recommendation tailored to your objectives. What would you like me to start with? You see? So now it leads me to the next prompt. This is step number 2. Generate 100 content ideas with your target audience may want to know. So this is the prompt. Get a list of 100 high value, super interesting, lesser known facts and clickbait style content ideas about my specific niche and business. For each content idea, provide an explanation while highlighting my niche and value proposition. Craft each short explanation to be engaging, offering insights that would captivate potential buyers and clients. The goal is to come up with 100 content ideas, yada, yada, yada. You guys get the message, right? This is the prompt. This is, again, you can't mess this up. All you got to do is copy and paste. This is it. So this is it. Look at how great of a student I am. Boom. I copied and pasted it, right? This is the next prompt right here. I'm going to drop it into the chat. So once I did that, look what it did. It created rich details about Let's Grow Movement. Here are 100 high-value content ideas tailored to your niche, each with an engaging short explanation. So look, 100 ideas. Done. Okay? Pretty incredible. And that happened, bless you, that happened in about like a minute. So that's the second step, okay? The third step is now asking it to complete the newsletter. So, and again, same process like the previous slide. This is the prompt. All you're going to do is copy and paste. I did underline this section and this section, and this is why. I decided to send out my newsletter 1 time per week for 52 weeks. You may say, dude, that's a lot. I don't want to send out my newsletter every week. I only want to send out my newsletter once a month. So you can actually say one time per week or one time per month for 12 months, right? So you can actually do 12 newsletters. So modify this. I underlined it for you guys because I want you to feel free to modify it based on your objective. The second thing is here, I did each week, so it could be each month. Again, modify those two sections. So again, I did that. Look at my content calendar. Look what it did. Because I did the content calendar. I pasted the chat, and look what it did for my newsletter. Kickstart your 2023. Unlock real estate success. Revolutionize sales and market. So it created a beautiful calendar for me for every single week, guys. Every single week it created it for me. So now that was done. So I'm going to move on to the next step. Now, this prompt will actually help you to write the entire newsletter, right? So the previous one, all it did was give me my calendar, right? The next one, actually, let me go ahead and somebody just asked for the prompt. So let me go ahead and do this. So this is it. And this is the prompt right here for you guys. So for the next one, it's this one. It's the most important. And I'm going to tell you guys, there's a two-step process, okay? Using the information you know about my business goals and target audience, please write an email newsletter that is about, I put 500 to 700 words in length. You can modify this. Again, it doesn't have to be 500 to 700 words. You can say, I only want it to be 300 words, whatever it is, for my specific audience about. So you see where it says paste subject line here? What you're going to do is that you're going to go back and you're going to say, all right, cool. This is my week one. I'm going to take that subject line and I'm going to use this prompt and I'm going to paste it into chat. And that's exactly what you're going to do here, right? So after it created my content calendar, look at, here's in real time. Using the information you know about my business, write a newsletter that is about 500, 700 words in length. And then about Kickstart 2023, the new real estate revolution. The tone should be casual and inspirational. The main goal is to keep audience engaged while reading. So check this out. Look at this beautiful newsletter. TA there, real estate mogul. First off, a warm welcome to 23-24. For everyone here, Let's Grow Movement. We're always about two things, growth and movement. So this is, again, very specific and tailored to mine. So this is going to be what you're going to have to do for your newsletter, right? Again, if you do it once a week, that means you need to do that process with copy and paste 52 times. It can take you an hour or 2 hours, but imagine if in 2 hours, you can get your entire newsletter for your entire year all done. You could do that. So any questions so far before I move on to the next part? Because there's a couple more parts. I want to make sure that you guys are still with me. Yes?
Yes,
All right.
definitely. This is amazing.
All right, perfect.
I will add, I've gotten, one of Leo's newsletters that's similarly structured like this, and just thought the information was so good. I, saved it, revisited it later for ideas. So it is making really quality content.
Very quality. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Leo, do you put any of your listings or things like that in your newsletter, or you do that separately?
That's separately. But you could do that. So I would encourage you, like, let's say you're doing a newsletter, you could do a newsletter, and maybe what I would do is I would create a separate email and like check out all my latest listings. Maybe create a separate one. Or if you want to just knock yourself out and put it in there, you could totally do that too.
You can edit it in.
Yeah, you could edit it in. Absolutely. So it just depends on how you want to do it. But I think that every single one of you, like, honestly, I don't think a lot of people talk about this, guys, but having your database and emailing people, I'm telling you, is hugely underrated on the industry. I think a lot of people sleep on that strategy. Your email list is gold. So what you're doing is that in addition to representing buyers and sellers or attracting agents, whatever your goal is, in addition to that, you're generating data. So you must get everybody's email, phone number, and that way you can be on top of mind with them. Again, utilizing this strategy. This is very simple. Okay.
Leo, one more question. You run a team, right? Does everybody on the team do this, or do you create it for everybody on the team? How does it work?
No, yeah. So I teach everybody how to do it. And then they implement it themselves, right? So I currently don't do it for other people, but I'm teaching them how to do it. And then what I am focused on is just building the organization. So my focus is on agent attraction, right? So my customers, for example, are agents, right? So that's who I focus on, but I just do trainings and obviously the recording. What I would encourage you guys to do, go back to this recording, pause it wherever you need to take the time and actually execute it, and then just keep moving forward with it. Okay. So
one last thing. Can you
yeah,
drop that prompt into the chat too?
of course, of course. So here we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here's the prompt. Awesome. So now we got our newsletter, right? Now we know how to make a newsletter, and it'll take you a whopping, 30 seconds. But that's why I said the most important part is going to be to answer the questions, because once you answer the questions and you see this thing run, I'm telling you, you're going to love this platform and it's going to sound like you. That's the most important thing. It's not going to sound general. So one more thing, and I'm not done yet. So for those of you that said they were using it for property descriptions, I don't know if you guys are doing it this way, but I challenge you to do it this way. You want to upload all your pictures from your listing. So, I know a lot of you spend a lot of money in professional photography, right, on your listings. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can actually upload all of your pictures for your listing into the chat. So I would encourage you to integrate 50 pictures into chat. That's step number 1. Step number 2, you're going to use this prompt here. Using what you know about this property, using pictures, be a luxury real estate agent or whatever, or commercial, right? Whatever you want to put in there, and create a professional description for this property located and put in the address. The intention is to inspire a buyer to schedule a tour and buy. So I did this for one of my luxury teams, and I used one of their luxury listings. I uploaded 50 pictures and I used their address. And the gal that listed the property said that this thing did a way better description than she could have possibly done, because you gave chat the pictures and then also all the property details, because it researches all of the title information online. So it describes your property very specifically. So if you guys are writing listing descriptions that doesn't sound like the property, it's because you're not giving it the pictures and you're not giving it the address. Give it the pictures and the address, and it'll sound specifically to that property.
Leo, the timing on this is amazing. I'm putting on a property today and we're struggling with the description.
There you go, my friend. There you go. Send me over a referral. I'll take it. I'm just kidding.
Send me a buyer, 3.2.
That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks.
So use this. I'm telling you, this is going to be game changer, right? Game changer. So I'm going to show you guys, like I also talked to you guys about creating content. This is my step-by-step process. Feel free to screenshot this thing. So this is what I do. I'm not paying a professional videographer. I'm not, I'm not doing anything crazy like that. All I'm doing to create my content is using my phone. Okay. That's all I'm using. And then when I take the ideas, again, that I had from either AI or something that maybe I had a conversation with somebody. So I take a one-liner, which is my intention, and then I freestyle. I record myself on camera. So first step for you guys that obviously are targeting buyers and sellers, what I would encourage you to do is use ChatGPT to give you the top 15 most common objections for buyers. That's one. Give me the top 15 objections for buyers right now in this market, right? Ask ChatGPT to give you that. So boom, actually, let me freaking do that right now. Hold on a second. So give me the top 15 objections that buyers have right now in the US market. Look at this. So high home prices, rising interest rates, limited inventory, economic uncertainty, competition, conditions of homes, down payment requirements, property taxes, affordability of monthly payments, locations and concerns, market volatility, loan approval issues, future value concerns, homeowners association fees, closing costs. These are the top 15 objections that buyers have. Now, give me responses that I can role play to cater to my buyers in the best way to get them off the fence about buying. I'm just freestyling this, by the way. So look at the response. Now I have the responses. I have the objection and then I have the responses. Look at this. High home prices. I understand that home prices seem high right now, but keep in mind that investing in real estate often yields long-term gains. We can look for properties in up-and-coming areas where prices are still reasonable but expected to appreciate. Additionally, I can help you to negotiate the best possible deal for you. Look at this. So if I was you guys, your next 15 video ideas would be these. Make a video for each one of these. These are the top 15 objections, and now you have the response. So put that in a video. And do the same thing with sellers. Okay? That wasn't even part of my presentation. I just got that idea right now. But I just wanted to give you guys that 15 ideas, right? 15 videos. So who are you speaking to? Start with the hook. Please don't do this on the video too. Hi, my name is Leo Robles with eXp Real Estate. You lost me already. Please don't start off by describing who you are. If somebody is looking at your video on your platform, they already know who you are. And they can click on your profile and they can see your information. Please do not say your name, that it's a beautiful day. Start with the hook. This is why buyers are not buying in the market, or this is why you should buy a property in 2024. Start with the hook immediately. Don't waste time. You have 3 seconds to get somebody's attention. 60 seconds max. Import it into Captions app, right? The Captions app that I keep talking about. Add the caption, do the zoom in and zoom out feature. You can also trim the beginning and the end, and then add music directly from the app, or use the Instagram, music, whatever. The other cool thing that I've done, if you guys know, like my social is I am Leo Robles. If you guys go to my Instagram, if you guys see, I have thumbnails on every single one of my videos, so somebody can easily identify what the video is about. The first thing you need to do is sell somebody to actually click on your video. Somebody might go to your profile, and if you have a bunch of videos and somebody can't easily see what it's about, they're not going to click. So what I would do is I would use something like this, right? Loan approval issues. That would be part of your cover letter right there, right? These are the top like loan approval issues in the market right now. So somebody could see like, hey, I'm curious about that. So make a thumbnail, and Canva, you can create a pretty easy little thumbnail on that. So then you would post it on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and LinkedIn. And again, I already told you guys how to do that through repurpose.io. But that's basically what I have as far as the AI presentation. So I want to pause really quick. I want to open up for questions or feedback or comments. So the floor is yours, guys. Hope this was helpful.
This is amazing
Yeah,
information.
More than helpful, Leo.
Jump
Very-
in and raise your hand, but one question that occurred to me while you were talking is obviously so much goes into planning the content. Do you do the content in advance, or do you just wake up, record 2 videos, and then those are your pieces for the day?
Great question. So I used to, and it was very difficult for me to shoot 2 videos a day. I used to do it every day. And then it became too time consuming. And then I did that okay, I'll say this. I did it for almost a year though, like doing 2 pieces of content. And then somebody told me, hey, Leo, why don't you batch your content? Like, what does that mean? Well, why don't you just take some time like on a Sunday and record all your videos? And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh, damn, that's true. I can just make my videos, and then I could just change different outfits, right? I usually just get like a black shirt like this underneath, and I change my jacket like 4 to 5 times. And that's the video that I shoot. And it looks like I'm wearing something different. So I record on Sundays. That's my content creation day. It takes me 1 hour to shoot 14 videos. And I do the first take. I don't overthink it. This is another nugget that I'll give you guys. Don't overthink your content. People are going to forget about it in 30 seconds. They're going to forget. I got news for you. They're going to forget about it. All of the planning and how perfect you want to make it, and your hair and the outfit. Guess what? People will forget about it in 30 seconds. So just do it. do it anyways. And the second nugget that I will give you, most of you are not posting content, not because you don't know what to say, because you're worried about 1 to 2 people's opinion on your platform. There might be somebody on your platform that you're worried about their opinion that is diminishing your self-expression. So this is my piece of advice. Unfollow and block. Unfollow them. Unfollow them. Whoever's preventing you from like posting, unfollow. Block them. They don't need to see. I like, that's one of the things that I do on a consistent basis. If I see somebody that's directing negative energy towards me, I delete and block them from my platform immediately. I don't have time for it. It takes me a long time every single morning to get my mindset positive, to have one person put a negative comment to throw off my day. I don't want to see it. As soon as somebody does that, delete. So that's the other piece of advice I would give you. So I think Jacqueline just said, do you have a guide where to start? For example, start with your idea, then do it on Canva, and then put in the captions, some roadmap to content. I know. Yeah. So kind of like, I would go back to this recording because I kind of broke it down in that and kind of like step by step. But I would say is like, look, start off with one. Like, I challenge you, if you're not even doing a video a week, just start with 1 video a week right now. That's how I started. Remember, I'm doing a lot more now, but I started with 1 video a week. I will tell you, take the 15 questions that I just, like, you can do on ChatGPT and start to answer those common objections that your buyers or sellers have. Get your phone, record yourself, right, for 60 seconds. Upload that video into Captions. It'll integrate the captions and then post it on your platform. So I know I gave you a way longer answer to your question, but that was, so yes. Anything else? I mean, I think we got about 7 more minutes. So I just want to make sure that this is really valuable for you guys. So please feel free to ask questions or add something that might contribute to the rest of the community.
Leo, I just want to mention, so one of my challenges is when I'm having a conversation with you, I can talk about anything forever. However, when I'm talking to myself, to my camera, I just freeze. I can't even think. Are there little prompts that you do or something, or you don't have that problem, or any suggestions for something like that?
I used to have that problem. So I used to, honestly, like, if I'm being really honest, guys, I used to be really insecure and I didn't even like being on camera. I didn't like being on stage. It would terrify me to even speak to more than 1 person. If it was a group of 3 people, I'm like, heck no, I'm not doing that. Okay. So I just want to be honest with you guys. That's where I was. But what I realized that was kind of keeping me small, right? I was on a cage in a way. I was diminishing my own self-expression because I was allowing that fear to stop me from putting myself out there. So what I would say is, it's a mental block, right? Because again, we've had conversations all the time. You're awesome. So just continue to be that person on camera and pretend like you're not going to post it, and then post it. So just, I would say, like, hey, I'm just going to shoot a video. I'm just going to shoot a video and I don't care what it looks like. And I'm not even going to post it anyways. Do it and then post it. So that's what I would do.
I can add in that I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah, that's that way you can kind of, because look, there's just like no other way around it. You got, like, it's just not going to feel comfortable, right? To put yourself out there. It's not going to feel comfortable for you to do the video. It's cringy. It's cringy, right? One of my good friends, Steven Diaz, he's like crushing it on social media, and he says, embrace the cringe. Embrace the cringe. He said, usually if it's cringy, it's going to move more. He's like, and it's usually the stuff that you think is going to move and it's going to make a difference and it's going to get a bunch of views and a bunch of comments and a bunch of responses. It doesn't. You don't know. So again, people are going to forget about it in 30 seconds, my friend. Just do it. Just do it. All right. All right. I think we got 4 more minutes. Who else? Who else has something? Who else has
You have
something?
a question?
This is really good. The
This
more
is
that you guys
prime time
engage,
with Leo. Don't let it pass you by. Just hit that unmute.
the really cool thing, guys, that whatever question you have, I'm sure that everybody else within the community also has the question, right?
So you have the videos with you that you do on Sunday. You have 14 videos, and then you put them into the AI. You tell them to post them on a certain date.
So I post them. I use it. I record the video and then I use captions. I add the captions, and then I have those ready in a little file within my phone. and then I post Monday in the morning, 6 a.m., and then I post in the evening, 6 p.m. So 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m. But I actually manually put it on Instagram because I used to use what's called Hootsuite, and it actually scheduled it for you, but it doesn't. So for some reason, Instagram knows when you're using that platform, and it doesn't show it to as many people. So post it on the app, and then use repurpose so you could repurpose it on the other platforms, right? But that's how I do it. I do it manually. And it actually, this is my a month and a half now. I actually just hired a virtual assistant. So what I did is that I recorded myself doing the process, right, of me recording, adding the captions, and doing it my way. And I documented a standard operating procedure. Now I hired a virtual assistant. And when my virtual assistant started a month and a half ago, I gave her all of my recordings, my standard operating procedure, and now she does all my 311 posts a week. So all I need to do myself now is record the 14 videos. I upload it into my iPhone. She's connected to my cloud. She edits, posts, schedules, responds. She does all of that stuff now. And I pay her $5 an hour. So, but before you guys, I know a lot of you were like, well, I'm just going to hire a virtual assistant and do it like that. Yes, you can. You can do that. But let me tell you why I don't recommend you do that. I learned how to maximize my time and also maximize each project myself first. That way I can effectively coach my virtual assistant. A lot of people use virtual assistants and then they say, well, it didn't work. Well, it's because you have to be extremely intentional with the task that you give them. I know exactly how long it takes to edit a video. I know exactly how long it takes to schedule. I know exactly how much it takes to add captions. I know all of it. So when I hired my virtual assistant the first 2 weeks, I was just working with her on the task. And then she was telling me, oh, it's going to take me this long. No, actually it only takes you 4 hours. Like it's here in the video. Like this is how long it should take you. I need you to move on to other projects. So.
Hey, quick question, Leo. This is Anthony in New York.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. Sorry to get into the weeds, but just out of curiosity, you mentioned posting something on Instagram and then having repurpose.io push it to all the other platforms. If an Instagram video gets pushed to YouTube, that's a vertical video. So does that make it a YouTube short or
Yes,
just
sir.
a horizontal 16:9 video?
It makes it a short. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So basically, great question. So I shoot it, I do reels on Instagram. So my reel gets on YouTube Shorts, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Facebook. So it does a reel. So wherever you can find a reel format, you can repurpose it through repurpose.io.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Great.
a game changer. It saved me an hour and it saved my assistant another hour too. So it was game changer. And you only set it up once. The repurpose.io, you only set it up once. So this is the other thing. If you're more TikTok, let's just say your TikTok is like, that's where you're living most of the time. You can actually have it take your video from in TikTok and then repurpose it on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. So whatever your main profile is, have it indicate that on repurpose. So I think we're right at the top of the hour.
Thank you so much. Right at 3 o'clock. Can't thank you enough for being here, Leo. Leo, do you have a Google business page that people could go and write great things about you?
So the answer is yes, but it's currently suspended. It's currently suspended. Yeah, so I have to reactivate it. And it just happened last week. I don't know what happened with the thing, so I have to resubmit, like, I guess, something on there. So as soon as I have it, I'll send it over to you. And yes, I would love like your reviews.
Perfect,
But if you guys have questions, please follow me on Instagram. I'm posting stuff all the time. And then I'm sure we'll be coming back and hosting another training just like this. So
excellent. Thank you. Cole, you just want to recap that we're going to send out this.
Yeah, we will send out a recording so everyone can rewatch this and get all of the nuggets. We will send you the links to be able to connect with Leo. Thank you so much, Leo, for being here. And
Really
since you guys are joining us in the last call of Q2, you are going to be the first to see our Q3 announcement. So this is what we have coming up for you: July, August, September. These NAR changes are going to affect in July. So we are going to support you in making sure you're ready for those conversations with Jason K coming in on July 8th. I know Trish is here, his wife.
Yeah, I see Trish down there.
But yes, we'll send around links. Please leave us a review. If you want accountability, join my 6-week challenge that's coming up on July 1st. And thank you so much, Leah. This was amazing.
Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. And I appreciate all you guys
Alrighty.
got to run.
Thank
Peace.
you.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.